your girl Mary here at Melvin's Mission doing another show, I'm a Survivor. I want to say to all you women survivors of homicide, forever thinking of you. Tonight I want to talk about triggers. Here in Massachusetts, we've been looking for a little boy since September, and a body was found, a little small body was found in a suitcase. And authorities believe that it's the little boy that's been missing. How and who would do something so ugly like that? Well, what I want to talk about tonight is triggers. What are triggers? Triggers, if we're speaking in the realm of women survivors of homicide, a trigger is something that happens, like violence, a murder, and it takes us back to our own traumatic experience of our loved one. Truly, to hear about this child, it's a trigger. Will I ever stand and try to act like nothing bothers me, it doesn't affect me? Let me say this to you. I am a human being first. That thing upsets me so much to hear that someone would do something so raw like that. So I wanted to and I needed to do this show on triggers. Women survivors, never ever take the feelings that you have from a trigger and try to suppress it. And I'm not saying to stay in that negative mood, but what I am saying is to ride with it. Because you're human. You need to express, you need to release, you need to let that go. So you can ride with it for a little while. There's nothing wrong with that. But I will say to you, do not stay in that mode. Never allow that trigger, that situation, that thing that took you back to the sadness and making you lose your joy. Never allow it to continuously be with you. I would never say that things don't affect me, because they do. Hearing this story about this little boy took me back to, of course, thinking about my loved one who was murdered. And it wasn't right, and nor was the murder of your loved one right. But we cannot let it take us out of here, because we have to continue on, not just for them, but for ourselves. Because while we're here, we need to be healthy and we need to be whole and walking in wellness. So I would like to quickly do 2 little techniques that I do and you could start doing to help you with your triggers, those times when you are just so overwhelmed regarding violence and trauma. Let's do 3 deep breaths in the nose and out the nose, not out the mouth. We're only going to use our nostrils. So I'm going to ask you to take your hands, place them comfortably, sit up correctly, shoulders back and down. And I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to take 3 deep breaths in and 3 out. Let's do that. Relaxation. I know you feel different. This is what breathing, deep breathing through the nostrils does. It gives you that relaxation. So that's something you can try on your own. I wouldn't do more than 3, and just breathe them in deeply and release them out slowly. I'd also like to show you another technique that I use. I close my eyes for 60 seconds and I take myself out of that trigger, out of that experience. I take myself out of that pain. And you can do that also. Close your eyes. Think of somewhere wonderful. Think of a time when life was just perfect for you. You can do that. So let's try it. We won't do 60 seconds, but let's do 10 seconds. Eyes closed, and take your mind to a place of peace. Hands relaxed, close your eyes 10 seconds and go there. Wow, what a difference it makes. It really makes a difference. So these are two tools that you can use so that when you're having a trigger experience, you can use these two things to bring you back down to calmness and peace and wellness. It is so important because we can't function in the realm of confusion and fear and hatred and anxiety. It just doesn't work, and it's just not any good for us. So I say to you again, triggers come, but we can make the triggers go. Use the breathing techniques and use the 60 seconds of closing your eyes and imagining yourself in a place that is just so peaceful, so calming, and so nice. If you do these two things, I guarantee you can control your own anxiety, sadness, low self-esteem, even motivation. It all ties in together. I'd also would recommend something I do, which is I light a candle. And I find that lighting candles are very calming, especially candles that have fragrances. So I find that they're very calming, they're very soothing, and they can put you into a place where you can start focusing on peace. Women survivors of homicide, I always think of you as I know you think of me. Take these tools, use them to your advantage, because triggers are going to come and they're going to go. We have a hot summer ahead of us. And as we all know, in the big cities, summertime is ridiculous. That's when everybody gets crazy. So if you start now, that'll give you a couple of months ahead before the weather gets super hot, and you will know how to bring yourself away from that place of sadness and anxiety and emotionalism. You can do it. Not only you can do it, you have to do it. So I'm going to sign off now, and I hope these tools work for you, and I know they do. I hope you use them. Always know that you can reach me on my Facebook page, Melvin's Mission, supporting women survivors of homicide. Phone numbers on there and email. Anytime you want to talk, call me, talk to me. I'm available for you. And I know you're also available for me because we need each other. That's the thing we've got to keep in our mind. Nobody's powerful. Nobody's better. We need each other. And without each other, we can't do this alone. So I want to say thank you. I want you to learn how to not be so stressful and just move on and go on with your life. Do it not just for your loved one, but do it for you so you can be healthy and your family members around you can see you healthy, and that keeps them healthy. Signing off, take care of yourself. I'm thinking of you as you think of me. Good night.